Hey guys, my name is Abigaelle Auguste. I am 23. I live in Philly and I am a fashion enthusiast and an artist. I was in middle school and we had like an art class. And I know definitely there was this guy, Nick Gavinitas. He was in my class and he used to draw real good. I was jealous. I'm like, I want to draw too. So I used to try to compete with him, but like he was very talented. So I said, let me stop. But he was really talented and he kind of inspired me. So I started drawing from there. Like I always draw as a kid. You always draw random things, but like I never took it really serious until middle school. But yeah, that's what kind of made me really get into artistry. Into fashion was really another step. I'm an artist. I start with art, but I try to mix it with fashion. But there's a lot of different forms of art. I basically think it is. So I kind of do art related to fashion, but I can also do art using like a lot of different materials and merging them together. So when it comes to the fashion side, that's why I'm kind of putting everything at. I basically think about it as if I put clothes together, I think about colors, I think about silhouettes, I think about a whole bunch of things like what's trending. I do a lot of trend forecasting. I put that all together into styling. And then when it comes to my artistry, I don't really tap into her too much because I feel like I'm tired of paint, y'all. But like, it's okay because I love art at the same time, but like I'm taking a break from paint. The nails gotta stay good. But that's basically what I do as of right now. Right now I'm focusing on using a different art form related to fashion. So in the beginning of my establishing my artistry was definitely my mom. Like my mom definitely was like, girl, like you want to do fashion? Even when everybody doubted me, like my whole family doubted me about going to fashion school. But like my mom was like, girl, just go do it. But she also was into it too, so she was pushing me to do it. But she was the one person that like really like you could do this. Recently, my friends really inspire me. Like they really inspire me to keep going, even though when I'm like, but then like you see your friends thriving, I'm like, dang, like they inspire me to get my ass up. Yeah, I think those are the two things that kind of like really inspire me.
What is the hardest part about being an artist, or like any challenges you had to like overcome, you feel like?
Recently, when I was actually taking a break from my surroundings, I realized the reason why I always put a stop to things, because my issue right now is I like to start things and don't finish. And I've been doing it since COVID. And it's like I have so many ideas, I write it down, I even draw it. But it's like I can't seem to actually finish it. So I was really trying to realize what was the issue, but the issue was TikTok. It's TikTok. Because the issue is me too, definitely. But like it's hard when you think of something out of your whole heart and then you go TikTok and somebody's already thriving, making money out of it. And I don't want nobody to come at me and be like, if somebody already did, come at me and say, oh, I'm doing something or I'm copying them. So now I feel like I gotta rethink everything. And then that's where like I also realized that like, why am I stopping myself? Like just do it and just put it out. If it don't work out, don't work out. You do something else. But I think I had that fear of what others say about me. And I'm a perfectionist, so if it's not like how I think it should be or how I see people presenting it on social media, then I feel like it's not good at all. Like I want to put the top tier thing and I'm just like, no, somebody else did this, it's not good. Oh, somebody's saying I'm popular with this, it's not good. So that's where I kind of stopped. Like I hit roadblocks and instead of keep going, I'm just like on to next, but then I never finish it and I just got stuff sitting in my house. That was my biggest problem. Honestly, same thing I would tell myself, I'll take it right now, is to not care what others think. Like, even like how I post on Instagram, like lately, I just don't care. I'm just like, it's whatever I get, it's whatever I get. I'm not pressed as much. It's kind of how I think about my artistry. It's just like, oh, like, what are they gonna say or what people are gonna say? I look at the comments, go through the comments. Like, I gotta stop caring about that. to the point where when I was on my little vacation, I kind of like took the time to like not even peep my spam or not even care about doing this or doing that, or this is what I gotta post or this is what I gotta present to the people, because I would think I need to please the people, but I'm not pleasing myself. And that was the issue. Like, I'm like, what was that for? Yeah.
That was a word. Being as though you went to a creative performing arts high school, like what kind of effect do you think it had on like who you are today, or just like your art in general?
It definitely played a part. I wouldn't go on them that hard. It definitely did play a part, because I could have easily went to a regular high school and not done art. Probably did a club, but like I probably wouldn't, because you had to go to an actual class where you had to put your creative juices together to get your grade. So that kind of pushed me even harder to be like, okay, like I gotta think of this, I gotta think of that, I gotta think of this. So it definitely helped me know how to think of ideas on the spot, but it did help me in a way, but like, I don't know, like it didn't help me so much, but it definitely did help me. They could have challenged me a little bit more, but that's no shade to their curriculum. So leaving from Philly to New York was definitely like a big change, because it's a lot more people, it's a lot more fast paced. And especially going into New York, I felt so insecure, because it's like I thought my fashion was popping till I went to New York and it said no dilithium, babe. But you know what I realized, and that's what I'm trying to pull back from that, because I feel like Abby in college was the right, like I had this certain drive where it was like nobody could talk to me. Like I was on a job, and I didn't realize I was doing like 7 classes while doing 2 internships. But like, what was I thinking? But anyways, it was definitely like a new experience for me, but like it was a good experience, because I felt like I needed it to break out my shell. I definitely felt like it did help me know how to talk to people, know how to, because also my school had a lot of international students, so you had to like, it was like a lot of culture shocks and stuff, but it was good. It was a challenge that I needed that I didn't get from high school. Especially like from freshman year to sophomore year to junior year, you learned a lot too. Like you learned a lot about being in the industry. And then tapping into doing internships, because I started doing internships my freshman year. Also another like shock for me, because I never did a fashion job. So when doing an internship and you're working with celebrity stylists, you're working in showrooms, you're working in jewelry showrooms, I was just like, man, like these people are putting in the work. And it's just like, I never heard these jobs before. Like, I thought it was fashion designer, fashion stylist, you work a business job, and that was it. But when you actually get into it, there's a lot of different jobs to tap into. So going into it, I was like, wow, like the people you meet. For example, I work with 3 celebrity stylists while I was in New York. One of them was styling somebody that's actually from Philly. And it was like, she was making me meet new people, but going to meet different showrooms. And you'll meet people a lot. But college, with all of that included, it was just a lot all at once. Because you're just like, you gotta know how to talk to people, you know, gotta know how to dress, you gotta know how to approach your classmates, approach your teacher. It was definitely a lot, but it was the challenge that I wanted. The experience, yes, some parts were really hard. Because at the end of the day, half of those internships I wasn't getting paid for. If not, actually all of them I wasn't getting paid for. But all of them I wasn't getting paid for, especially running around New York. But it was just so good at the same time. Like it had its lows, but it had a lot of good highs. So I couldn't really complain. But yeah. To me, y'all probably gonna be like, oh, that's so cliche, that's so corny. But honestly, y'all, that's the reason why like me being in the house really hurts me. Because when I used to be in New York, it was really going on the train, seeing the people, seeing what they were wearing. Because it wasn't what I was wearing, but to me it was just so interesting how they would put it together. So now that I don't actually be outside the house as much, I see it through my phone. And I see those people that like dress the way they do and do all that, like that really do inspire me. Okay, so starting with the jeans. That's the whole point, highlighting the jeans. So one thing about my brand that I want to do is I want to focus on sustainability. That's my big thing now. So I want to take use of items that's already made. So I go to different stores to get different jeans, and then I put paint on it. So paint is like my main source of like it's my main thing that I like to use on all my art, because of the fact that you can get so many colors and do it in so many different ways. But for me, putting that on the denim, putting my name on something, or putting, like, being as exaggerated as I want to be and how I'm feeling, because one of my favorite artists, cliche as it is Backstage. I really enjoyed how chaotic, but as simple as his art would be, as him just explaining one thing, but it would be a chaotic piece. So that's kind of what the first pair of jeans for the splatter paint was. It was chaotic, it was crazy, but the other one was simple, and I know a lot of people was like, you need to do stuff in the front. But that, I really liked the back, because to me, also I was thinking about like the early 2000s, all the jeans had stuff on the back. And I wanted to bring that back because that was so dope. Like, I love the idea that like, party in the back, but simple on the front. Because to me, it's like perfect. But that's kind of how I put it together, and I like to put a lot of different meanings to things, because the splatter paint jeans was like really focusing on a woman's body. If you could see in the back, it would be a shape of a woman's body, because I'm a woman and I think the woman's body is a beautiful thing. And then the second one was really just highlighting like the importance of my name. It was sophomore year in college. Icon, I think her name is Icon Cash. She like styled a lot of different dancers actually for different artists. And she came to my class and she was like, you need to say your name, Abigaelle Auguste, or like I say AA. She's like, do not say, oh, my name is Abby, or my name is, she's like, you need to say your full name so people get it right the first time. So now I'm like, I need to put my name on everything, because that is who I am, and you're gonna see who I am reflected in my art. It's chaotic, it's fun, but it's popping and cool. But yeah, that's kind of how I got the jeans together. Now coming to the shoot, I wanted really to just like keep it simple, but to highlight the pieces. I wanted to use this clear plastic, and I wanted to just paint on it, because it's like nothing's gonna happen to it. So I just wanted to paint on it. So that's basically what I did for the shoot. I painted all over it. I got like little things to put on their shoes that made them step on the set and just take pictures that way. And my friends killed the shoot. That's all I'm saying. Damn studio. I would technically just tell the people that it's very important, because it is something like as an artist we battle, but nobody really likes to talk about it, which makes me upset. It's like you get creative block, you feel like you can't really, like you're not enough. And I really wanted to say like the creative process of being a creative is you have to have a lot of patience, and you need to not be as hard on yourself. Like definitely get on yourself if you need to get something done, which is what as me as a human being, as an artist, that's what I'm taking account of right now. Getting something done, getting to the finish line. And I just feel like as an artist, you don't necessarily have to rush it, but you definitely need to like think about why you're doing this. And if you really know you want to do this, then you keep going. But I just feel as though like we're very hard on ourselves. And if you feel like you need to take a mental break, you need to take a social media break, you need to do this and be out of the world and just go create art, do so. Your Instagram is gonna be fine. Your life is gonna be fine. It's just like you need to take that time for yourself to focus on why you started doing this in the first place. But yeah, that's all I would tell people. Okay, I wanted to be a police officer, y'all. I love bringing justice to the people. Like, I just feel like you did something wrong, I had to prove you wrong, girl. So I felt like I would have been a really good detective. FBI, maybe. Pentagon?